He's a little bit late. We should be on YouTube now.
That's
Holler this.
50
There we
minutes
go.
of
Yeah,
fire though.
yeah. We on YouTube. What it is? What's going on? This is figuring conspiracy shit out. 69. I'm on stuttering.
Yeah.
And point five live. We merging the shows. You know we do this sometimes. If this point live would have
Uh,
been what 82.5, 82.5. So we in here. Let us
two and
know
a half. Yeah.
in the comments if you hear us. Make sure everything's good. Let us know. Um, And we
Uh,
talking about today. Well, you know who I am, Bunny Flocks. We got King Arthur in the building. What's
that's
going
right.
on?
Unified thought. Don't y'all forget it, man. Hero, what up, brother?
Yo, here for the truth, nothing but the truth. That's the only thing that'll set our people free.
Just we trying.
And Frank Easy. I got it. Before you get started, I'm gonna do the housekeeping because you about to go nuts already. I know it.
Let's go.
Look,
You got that.
if you watching this on the YouTube, go ahead and like this bad boy, share it with your people. You like it on. If you're watching it on, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. We're trying to get to 4,000. We get 3.5. We get 3,500. Now we're trying to get to 4,000 likes, subs on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe. Send it to your people, tell them to subscribe. What I was about to say, Facebook. If you watch this on the Facebook, like the Facebook page, share with your people over there. Leave some comments, join the conversation. This is affecting the youth, man. We're about to talk something crazy, talk something good. If you're on the IG, what up? Follow us on the IG. Follow us on the IG. Like, comment, share. You do all the good stuff. And if you're rocking, man, we got something good for you. Go to our website, figureshxtout.com. Put your email in the email box, subscribe box. We can be sending out some newsletter real soon about some upcoming events, products are coming your way. We got a bunch of good stuff coming in the works, man. So we just want to keep y'all abreast and keep y'all hip. Frank, bring us in, big dog.
Abreast. We would keep y'all abreast. What's going on? Hey, they got this fucking draft. We talking about this draft. We titled this. The thumbnail was, so you gonna let them take your children to war? They got this draft. Now, depending on who you talk to, I don't know. I don't know about y'all. I signed up for the draft when I turned 18. I think a lot of people understand that as a process you got to do. If you're a man, you turn 18, you register, right? But now it's like it's automatic, right? So like before, where it was something that you had to actually do. I believe there was consequences if you didn't. You couldn't get credit. You couldn't get a driver's license. Stupid shit like that they made you. They kept from you in order to make you do it, right? Now it's okay. It's automatically happening. So like if you turn 18, or if you're between the ages of 18 and 26, it's automatically done for you, right? You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, and we also know we got fucking talks of World War III, Russia, Ukraine, all this shit happening in other parts of the world. America, America's fear mongering, the news, they all gotta tell us about everything that's going on. It makes you wonder, why would you make the draft automatic? What are you plotting? What is the goal? What's the agenda? What the fuck are y'all trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I feel like fuck what you heard, fuck what they say. This new generation ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? This new generation is not down with war. Nobody wants war. You know what I'm saying? It's, if anything, it's always the elites. It's always the people in power pushing war, sending the money, giving the money, sending the commands to the military, having our people go to other countries, fight, kill, maim, all that stuff, and then send our people out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at what point are we going to just collectively say, stop the bullshit? You know what I'm talking about? What up, Q?
Yeah.
That shit crazy. But look, how do how do you feminize the men first, and then ask the men to go to war? If you look at the ages of men that are what we say transitioning from one gender to the next,
Right.
the age group is probably like 17 to like 25. That's the highest rate of men. And you're talking about sending them to war where they can't have their men purse?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That's another thing.
But see, it lets you know that the world has really gotten fucked up. That y'all done got this desperate. That y'all are willing to send anybody over there for whatever reason that y'all have. You get what I'm saying? That y'all literally picking on the youth now. Because everybody sees what's going on. Everybody's tired of what's going on. You get what I'm saying? This generation of children, they TikTok creators. They on TikTok. They know what's going on. You can't just tell them any bullshit and be like, you know what? Here, grab this AK. I'm gonna drop you off in the middle of no fucking where.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need you to protect some shit. Well, what are we out here protecting that we ain't even on our own land fighting?
That's been a lot of wars. Like every war in this past century has been some type of flavor of that. You know what I'm saying? Sending our people over there. Like, I always thought the military is supposed to be a defense to protect this country from invasion. If any other country bring their troops over here starting shit, we good. But America's history has been mostly just going out to other countries fucking shit up. And for what?
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
But real quick,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was talking about Frank. He was in the military. I was in the military a little bit. So talk about what your patriotism was like. Let me get this Frank. What your patriotism was like when you signed up, right? Compared to your thinking now and compared to what you was thinking then, right?
Well, I was a very different person when I signed it, and I wasn't thinking about patriotism back then. Like I was thinking about a paycheck. I was thinking about benefits. I was thinking about education. They pay for school and stuff. It was all the benefits that got me in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but today, I consider myself, I do have patriotism. I do love this country. I know there's things about this country that is not perfect, but I also know people can make it here. You know what I'm saying? That you can come from the bottom and actually make a way, which can't happen in other countries so easily. You know what I'm saying? So I am a different person today. But the children, these what about you? Like, how did you, like, when you joined, you was reserves, right?
Right.
Or you still reserve?
So for me, it was a whole lot of, my thing, I was 3 years in active reserve and 3 years inactive, right? So for me, it was a whole lot of, I wanted some assistance with paying with school. And so when I went in, I was getting a check, a couple $100 a month to go to school, right? But it wasn't paying for my school. Mm-hmm. And so I got tricked kind of, because I thought if I went with reserves, I was going to get some assistance with paying for the loan, right? Or, GI Bill type. But that wasn't the case because they had to do an X amount of active duty time. Right. And it didn't fall in line with how much time I did while I was in there, right? So I don't even get any veteran benefits. I'm not even considered a real veteran because I didn't have enough active duty time. That makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't learn that until I was out. Until it was, I want to go find some GI Bill or some other kind of benefits. And it was like, nah, you don't fuck about it.
Did the recruiter tell you that, though? Because recruiters be wilding out here. I don't know about today.
Yeah, and I also he was telling me, like, he was like, you can go, if you go active, you get to go travel the world. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to do something. I want to go travel on my own time. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be traveling for work. You know what I mean? So I was like, I really want to go to school. I really just want to go to school, and I want y'all to pay for it. So they did. They kind of helped, but they kind of didn't, right? Because I still got them big-ass student loans that they got to come get me for. Mm-hmm. But they did give me some stipend, right, for going to school while I was in there. So they kind of balanced stuff out a little bit.
Right.
But the crazy shit, though? You got the youth the youth will go to war with the government before they go over there. Because think about this. They figuring like, shit, if I'm going to go over there and die, motherfucker, I'll fight y'all here and die before I go way over there and die. We gonna fight here. Right. That's what you gonna run into. They're gonna fight the government, man. I already see the shit playing out. If they come with that push on what it is that they're trying to do, them young people are not doing that shit, man. Mm-hmm.
And I applaud them. I applaud them for that.
Yeah, but then that's when you get the older people behind them, because they're like, you're not sending my children over there. That's what the older people, our generation is on. You're not sending our kids to go fight for some shit that don't mean a motherfucking thing to us, and you can't fix not one problem in the country.
Well, I won't say they can't fix. They choose not to.
Choose not to. So to me, I feel like you can't. You just don't want to. So that's your word that you'll give us. We can't. We know you can. You just you like the way things is because it's beneficial to you. You get what I'm saying? Which is the 1%. You feel me?
Right. So there you go. And there you go. So again, when I joined, I don't know about you, Frank, but when I joined, it wasn't to be patriotic. it wasn't to protect my country per se, right? My goal wasn't to protect. But even though when I was in there, I got a whole new found respect. Y'all see me? I can't see myself on the screen. But anyways,
Yeah,
y'all can hear me now, right?
you're freezing.
I found
Yeah.
a whole. It's fine. I found a whole new respect for the military in itself, right? Because I understand the people who did put their life on hold, put their family on hold to make sure our grass stayed green, to make sure our sky stayed blue, to make sure our water stayed contaminated, right? To make sure our schools stayed paid for, our roads stayed paved. You know what I'm talking about? So it was like, nah, I fuck with the military because I understand what they built for, I understand what they're doing, but also I don't see myself going to Kuwait in the desert in 900-degree boots just for y'all to say home safe.
Nah, I think what is different in this generation than decades ago is, and I don't know, right? We weren't born, anything before '80s or the 1980s, we could get from books and history books. We weren't alive during that time. Maybe there's other people that would know because they lived during that time. But like Vietnam War vets and World War I and World War II people, they would know. But for one thing, I do understand that I think I could speak on is that for some reason, back then in those times in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, not so much 60s, but before, patriotism was a thing, and our youth in those times, for some reason, felt like they had to go to war. Like, so when there was a war going on in the country, they had all that propaganda, like we want Uncle Sam wants you, and they had all the movies and they had the media. People actually
MK Ultra.
Well, that too. People actually wanted to sign up for the draft and go to war because they thought it was noble, they thought it was honorable. You know what I'm saying? And to an extent, it probably is. But at the same time, like they were going out there in droves and getting slaughtered, right? On both sides, not just Americans. Wherever country they were going to, everybody's getting fucked up, right? And at the end of the day, is like we look back at that in history and be like, we know it was so retarded, it was so stupid, it was just so wasteful, right? And here we are in 2024, and they're trying to do that same, song and dance. They're trying to bring that cycle back, and it's like now I think the people are more awakened to that, and they're like, we're not fucking with this. We're not gonna send, like you said, we're not gonna send our children out there to just get slaughtered for the elites for whatever reason that they're fighting, oil resources, whatever the fuck it really is. Whatever they tell us, we know it's not, right? A lot of times they try to say somebody out there is a dictator or they're poisoning the people or whatever the fuck, but that's just the public cover. The real issue is resources, fucking somebody up over there and taking their land, taking their resources, oil, whatever the case have you. And we're the pawns of that. So, you know what I'm saying? This generation, if they try to do this draft and try to really start rounding motherfuckers up, I'm sure there's going to be some people that are going to feel obligated, not because they want to, but because they're going to be scared, I guess, of jail time or whatever consequences they're going to talk about. But I think the majority of people are going to be like, suck a dick. We're not doing this. You could threaten us whatever the fuck you want. We're not going to participate in this warmongering shit and get sent over to another country to die. You know what I'm saying? I feel like most people feel like that.
But what I always say is, no soldiers, no wars. I mean, if you don't got a bunch of people signing up for this shit, you can't bother nobody. Mm-hmm. But the United States will tell you signing up to protect and serve. What are you protecting? Nobody's fucking with the United States, man.
Right.
Nothing's happening over here. You get what I'm saying?
But that's because the military has been put in place the way it has been, right? It's established itself as a superpower, aka a bully. You know what I'm talking about? So
because you are a bully, that's why you have to protect it, because you are bullying. If you wasn't a place that was bullying the fucking world, you don't need the protection. You only get the protection because you're bullying everybody. That's why you have weapon labs in every fucking country you can name.
And we have Navy bases everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And the people are getting tired of it. You get what I'm saying? So they're teaming up. And now we see why they're bringing the draft, because they see all these countries getting together for the ass. You get what I'm saying?
And their numbers are down. Our recruiting numbers are so down. People stopped joining for like the past few years now. I want to say ever since maybe COVID.
In a moment, I'm gonna pull up the YouTube. I'm gonna pull up the Army numbers.
Yeah, they haven't been meeting recruiting quotas. People ain't signing up like they used to be. I don't even think the benefits that they promise. I don't even think people are joining for the benefits. They're like, I might as well do without than fucking join the military.
That was another reason why I joined too.
They offering some shit now.
What they offering, cuz?
Oh,
Yeah, they offering some shit. That's
like
like
20,
that's why I
30,000.
joined them.
Oh, sign
Yeah, so
ons.
look, when I went in, I got a 20 bands to
It's
go
probably more
reservists,
than
and that was back in the day.
It's
right?
probably
So
more than that. Probably like 60,
that
cuz.
shit was.
Damn.
I'm pretty
I seen
sure.
a video
I'm
when they were
they need
talking about
bodies.
it.
60,000 still ain't worth it to sign up for like 4 or 5 year tour. You don't know what the fuck's
So
gonna happen
here
in
you go.
5 years.
When I
60,000
when
if
I
you
got
ain't gonna
out,
never spend it.
Right.
that's a fact.
That's
Oh,
social
come on.
security.
So when
That's
you
the
got
social
out-
security right there.
No, you gotta live to be able to spend it.
Right.
If they sending you
When I
goddamn
got
the
out,
world, don't you
I
gotta be able to live to spend it?
Right.
Man, come on, man. And then they ain't even gonna let your people
got
get
out.
it.
Got
These
out.
motherfuckers, man, come on, man.
If you got your trust set up, they'll get your money, right? But when I got out, I was like, bro, I got my freedom back. I got my freedom back, right? Because there's a whole bunch of
There you go.
stifling. I got a whole bunch of stifling the individual lives, and there ain't no individuals while you in there. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't none of that. You can't grow your hair a certain way. You can't even walk a certain way. You can't even talk a certain way. You can't even piss a certain way in some instances. You know what I'm talking about? And so, hold on. It's comment time. Comment time. I got a couple comments. I'm reading a couple comments, bro. My man Q, what up? Q said, speaking truth. Everything's so corrupt now. You fighting for others' greed. It's wild out here. The values of life is at an all-time low. Man, tell the truth. They don't care about people's lives we really like talking about, and that shit kind of weird. Who got another comment? We got Kiara said she concerned, and she in the military, right? So big up to her. My man Tim out there, what up, bro? And if y'all watching, don't forget, like this bad boy wherever you watching it at, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. If you want to share this mofo. And if you got something to say, join the conversation in the bottom of the comments. Y'all know what time it is. What up?
Facts. No, that's dope. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
so, go ahead. My fault.
We in a bad situation. I mean, like I said, man, y'all coming after our youth. We ain't having it. Y'all got to come up with a better solution. Y'all don't let all the immigrants come over here, so you better be willing to use them.
And that's a theory too that people are saying.
Yeah, but just know, we're not willing to let our children go over there and die for a cause we are not fucking with. The only war our children is going to fight will be right here on this soil, standing the fuck beside us. That's the only fight that's going to take place with our children. And they need to understand that. And we mean motherfucking business. It is what it is.
No,
What you talking about?
That's facts. This reminds me. So like, think about like the hippie movement, right? In the 60s. It was about, depending what you listen to, they propagandized the hippies too. Like they said they were all about peace and love, but then they said they were on drugs. They were mouth breathers or whatever. They didn't add to society. But if you think about it, what was happening at that time with Vietnam? The military, though the United States was drafting mad young people, sending them to Vietnam to die. You know what I'm saying? And we were getting fucked up out there. Probably more so than that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like it almost makes me think like about, how everything moves in cycles. Okay, that was 60 years ago. Here it is 2024. They're doing the drum roll again for war. They're doing the putting out the headlines. Russia. They're putting out the headlines. Oh, the military draft is automatic now. It's almost like, okay, is there a cycle where when the public awakens to the bullshit, right? And it's like a critical mass, right? Everybody's awoke. We know it's bullshit. We know government isn't helping people. We can see through the shit. Now it's like, okay, let's drum up a war so we can yoke the youth up and then send them out there to die, to like kill off the how am I trying to say? Like kill off the ideology of awakenness. You know what I'm saying? Like, did that happen? Did that happen 60 years ago? Like, okay, we got hippies now. Let's yoke these motherfuckers up, send them to Vietnam to die because we don't want their ideology to live or to move on and inspire future generations. Because I feel like this might be some psycho shit going on where like, okay, now it's time. Let's draft motherfuckers. Let's send them out to die because too many people woke and we got to stop the spread. You know what I'm saying? I could be speculating.
Pure genocide. And I can really see them doing that because they do know that the wave is at that age group of people that has been awakened and understand what it is and what's going on. So I do believe that they would do something like that. because it's straight genocide. Not only that, they get rid of. They can literally kill people legally. I seen you over there. You signed up for this shit. I seen you over there. Drop you off in the middle of nowhere. A fucking bomb hit you. You're done. You get what I'm saying?
No trial, right?
No.
Killed in action. No
Yeah.
murderer, no
And
jury,
we
no
ain't gonna
judge.
we're not even gonna talk about the insurance benefits. We're not even gonna talk about how many policies on per body over there.
Damn. Yeah,
I'm sure that number, them numbers ain't even probably public. But I'm talking about. Just imagine if companies, of regular publicly owned companies, put insurance policies on their employees that pass away and don't share with the families. How much of the policy per individual that joined the military? And we're talking 6 different branches.
I ain't lying, man. Wow.
Facts.
What if all of them took out a policy on each person that enlists?
They do. They do.
Yo, you know the money they will be making. So you see why it be so many casualties when this shit jump off. I keep telling these people, man, look, military people are like pawns. You're the first fucking piece off the chessboard. You're the first piece sacrificed, man. Listen, stop fighting for something that doesn't suit your best interest.
Yo, all war is about money.
Here you go. So let's talk about numbers right quick. Let's talk about the numbers. So America has active, as of 2024, 1.3 million active enlisted soldiers over all branches, right? China has 2 million bodies. Right, that's a whole surplus of 700,000 bodies, 800,000 bodies plus to use at their disposal. You know what I mean? So that's kind of weird. That's kind of wicked. And I'm gonna go pull up how much money they spending each year, because I know both of them spend a hell of money. But I'm gonna take a comment break right quick. Comment break. We got a couple comments in the Facebook. Miss Queen, she back rocking with us. What up? I'm a retired Navy soldier, and we do need the Navy. We do need military. We own the offensive, not the defensive. I get that, right? Then she said, there's no longer retirement after 20 years. They started a 401k so that no matter when you get out, you will have some money. That's a benefit. That's a plus, right? So,
well, you know how I feel about that.
They just started it. That's fairly new. So, but they ain't no more retirement. So you ain't got to do 20 years to get your money. So if you put money in, you start putting money in off the jump.
You'll get money when you retire. Okay, so they did change the benefits.
You get your 401k.
Yeah, they did change the benefits.
You got to retire though, cuz if you don't retire,
you don't. That's the thing. You don't have to retire to get the 401k. It's a 401k, so you just put money in the whole time you win.
Are you getting all your money that you put in?
Like a 401k when you leave a job. Yep.
Well, you don't get all the 401k.
No. Because not the same when you're on a job. Because if you can't take all the money that you put in when you leave a job. That's guaranteed.
Yeah, you can.
You're not getting all the money that you put in.
So listen,
just like if you would get.
You can. It depends. No. So
Tax.
if you get fired in a 401k, if tax even is different too, because if you move into a tax deferred vehicle, like you move from one brokerage account to another, you won't have to pay them taxes, right? But if you're taking it out to use it, you'll probably have to pay them taxes, right? So that's pretty. Or if you're spending it on something like a house, you won't have to pay them taxes, right? And so, because you talking about, that's not the same as you getting your money when you leave it, right? So you get penalized from using the money is the IRS. That's not the people who paid you the money, right? So that's the two different things. So when you leave the military, leave your job, you take all your money. You got to pay the IRS to spend your money. That's the difference, right? And so that is one good thing. I do appreciate that. Kiara said, that's not the future she wants for her son. I want him to have a choice in life. I sacrificed so he won't have to. Like that, she in the military, so that's her stance on that, right? Because she want to be able to have her kid to have his own choice to have a life to do whatever he pleased to do, want to do, right? I think all the comments I got now, and like I said, if you're watching this, like it. No penalty after 65 years of age, right, on the 401k, right? So you take it out at 65, ain't a penalty. But that's bull crap. Bull crap. Because
I ain't saying we don't need a military. What I'm saying is If nobody had a military, what war would be fought? I'm not
That's
just
a good
speaking
point.
of
That's a
our
great point.
military. I'm talking about all soldiers. If nobody enlists into this fuckery, we have no wars.
That's the
Being
participation.
you get what I'm saying? We're getting done in by the handful of fucking people that don't care about the lives that they send over there. You feel what I'm saying? That put them people in these predicaments. They be in the middle of nowhere shooting at each other for what? Come on, man. No
It's money.
soldiers. Wars.
We know wars are money. Wars
Exactly.
equal defense
Power,
contracting
control.
money. Wars are
Destruction.
funded on both sides. A lot of times
Like
the same
Martin.
person, the same entities funding both sides. What you said? A lot of times wars, I don't know. There's rumors of like World War II. I don't know who it was, but there's rumors, conspiracies. You can look it up. I don't know the names. I don't know, exactly. But it was saying that the World War II was funded by the same person or the same group of people, the same entity on both sides for money.
And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's why these motherfuckers could get together every 4 years and have the Olympics. They're playing both fucking sides, man.
War is
Because at
money.
the end of the day, people don't understand. This shit is about population control. They got plenty of people that was enlisting and they sign up for the military, so they don't mind sending them people off the goddamn to their demise because they looking at it like, hey, who cares? They're casualties of war. You get what I'm saying? Which is a fucked up mentality that they have about the people that they are saying, I need you to protect and serve. No, tell them people the truth. I need you to go out there and die for us. This is what I need you to do. I really need you to put your life on the line for some shit that we want. We want some land over there and who fuck us staying, and we need somebody to go out there and man it. Come on, man.
It makes you wonder, like, even
military bases all over the world.
Even in Vietnam, I know it's a different time, but like, why was it okay back then? Why did people willingly, like, you get the letter to your house, military says you're being drafted for this war. Why did people willingly get that letter and just go? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there was protests for the war and all that stuff, but like, why did people? I know there was threat of fines in jail, right? But is threat of fine in jail really more important than your life at that point? Like Muhammad Ali, he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? They fucking try to get him to do it. It's like, why were people just agreeing in droves? You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, like, again, this generation is not having it. They can send out all those fucking letters they want. Motherfuckers is not gonna show up. They come to this MEPS station at this date and this time because your ass is drafted. You're going to war. They not showing up, and they shouldn't. Not one of them should show up. But what?
I can't say that though. I can't agree with that one. Only because, right? You don't want them people watching on your house frame. You don't want the other side stepping on your crib. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. They need employees like business need workers. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. So I ain't saying don't
get the volunteers, get the people that join. Not you can't. Okay, let's say the McDonald's down the street got no employees. They're not gonna just draft motherfuckers in the neighborhood, be like, you got to work at McDonald's now, because we ain't.
But they all trying to recruit them.
Fuck out of here. Well, I mean, yes, that's different. We talking about the draft though. We talking specifically about the draft, like pulling motherfuckers out their life and telling them they got to do this or go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Volunteers and us, like, we join, of our own accord.
Well, back then they did it because if you keep people in poverty for so long and then offer a resolution, people are going to jump to it, not knowing that, damn, there's a possibility that I might not come back. I look at the movie Dead Presidents. You see how it starts out? Them motherfuckers got drafted. All of them got drafted to go over there. All of them was in poverty. They didn't have the money. You get what I'm saying? So they took that opportunity. And you see how you come back? You can't take people, put them in those type of environments, have them do all this type of shit, bring them back to society with everybody else and think they're normal and expect them to be normal. So when they wind up on the fucking streets homeless, now you don't want to be fucking bothered with them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take that. That's the next part of the conversation. That's gonna be the next part of the conversation. Look, we got another comment break coming up. But first, I'm gonna do the comment break. I'm gonna talk some numbers, and then we going into the vets. All right. So Q, he said Hero hit it on the head, the nail on the head. We ain't fighting for no reason, bro. The cause must be worth the sacrifice. This might be population control. A lot of people in the comments are saying, Tamika said it too, Tim said it. They agree with that population control theory, right? And Tamika was saying about when Frank was saying, why did they go to war back in the day? Propaganda was huge, right? So they had complete and total, absolute control of the propaganda, right? So what no TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, social media, it was what they said, and what they said was absolutely true. You know what I'm talking about? So that's one. She said they went. Reason when you get called for jury duty, you go, right? They think and believe it's their duty to do so. And so back then, I agree. It was your duty to protect your country. It was your duty to stand up for what was right. It was your duty. And then with the promise on the back end that I'm going to take care of you. Mm-hmm. With the promise of the back end that when you come home, you can go to school. With the promise of when you come home, you will be held a hero. Right? Mm-hmm. But what the hero was just talking about, what hero was talking about, in all actuality, when they came home, they were strung out on drugs because why? They was over there in the opioid fields and came home straight to it. They came home to no help. The VA hospital still in shambles to this day. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? To this day, right? And so yeah. And one more thing. How much money do you think America spends, and how much do you think China spends on military?
Well, America is very wasteful, and I guarantee you, I don't know about who spends more, but I can guarantee you China's probably more efficient with their spending, and America, we just throw money at everything.
U.S. spend more. The U.S. spend more.
All right.
Pushing because China shit ran differently on how they groom their military people. You got to understand, they start their children off at fucking 6 and 7 years old.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, your parents training you, or you going off to somewhere during the day instead of going to a fucking box, listen to somebody tell you some shit that don't mean nothing for 8 hours all day for fucking 13 years. You get what I'm saying? Learning nothing.
That school shit, yeah.
Boy, I am. I'm gonna see matchbox and burning. This shit.
Hey, look, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that about the school. They don't lock you up. Don't do that.
Man,
wait, what school?
Any of them, bitch. Don't do that.
What school? Yeah, you right, cuz you know they said right, school, cuz you know what happened when people school your ass, right? You get taken. Man. Say it again.
So look, so China spends 1.67 trillion dollars a year, right? And that's only about what they say about 8% of their national budget, right?
I know, that shit's crazy.
America's spending 800, almost 900 billion, and that's about 13 to 15% of our national budget. So China is spending more.
They are,
right, but like you said, they got more people, they got more bodies, they got more.
I would add that like I said, theirs is probably more efficient than us because does China have naval bases all around the world, or is China spending money on their country? Is China staying within their borders and protecting their shit? America,
I know
we got the Navy bases all around the world. We got all this shit happening. We're the police of the world. We send motherfuckers and we send money. We sending how much money to Ukraine? So I say that to say America's spending less, but our shit is just all over the place. And China's their funds are making more sure that is benefiting them as opposed to other countries. I'll put it that way.
I think we spend more though. I think we spending more because I guarantee you they ain't counting the money that they send to other countries for all the bases and shit that they have there. I know they start. Yeah, they have those now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a shitload of them in Ukraine. You got them all over the world. The thing about China is when China get property, they'll send their people there, and they'll have basically their own police there. They don't really necessarily move with their military. They want to bring in their police. Just like how they're somewhat colonizing Africa. They're sending their police there. They're setting up police stations in the areas that they're bringing, that they have purchased and they have. You get what I'm saying? It's interesting because I believe they purchased some of California, which is San Francisco, and I want to know if they're going to be able to bring their police there. You get what I'm saying? Because if you look in Chinatown, they have Chinese police there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of mixed in.
Yeah,
But they kind of tend to let the people take care of their own people unless it's our people.
Right. Yeah,
You feel me? Basically. So they move like that. They don't move with their military, but you see how they're mobilized. They mobilize quick as a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but all this war shit is for what, man? At the end of the day, it's just people. Is a cycle of death. I hate to put it like that, but that, at the end of the day, that's what it is, man. Because we're losing all these people for what cause? At the end of the day, you can't go to near a person that died in the military and say, hey, this is the reason he died specifically. You know, you can't even give a lecture saying, hey, he died doing this. He died doing that. Mm-hmm. Only thing you can say is he died serving his country. Mm-hmm. This ain't no fucking country. This is a corporation. He died for a business. You get what I'm saying?
He was a throwaway employee.
It's no different than being on the fucking streets cussing and selling drugs all day and dying for that shit.
I still got to stand on. Y'all don't want the people marching on your house. You hear me?
Cause you're not gonna come here, cause you gotta understand. You ain't fucking with nobody, if you ain't bothering nobody, nobody's coming to bother you.
Hold on. So let me ask you, King, because you keep saying, are you saying we have to send people over there to keep people from fucking with us? Are you justifying? No. I mean, because I believe in the military. I support the troops. I believe in the military, but I think as a country we do way too much outside of this country. We do way too much, and when it comes to like, what's it called? The home, home. What's it called?
Homeland.
Yeah, the homeland, right? Granted, you know what I'm saying, knock on wood, we don't have. We killing each other in this country more than any other foreign countries coming here doing shit. We got a lot of rumors and conspiracies and things like that. We had 9/11, if you believe that. But, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to America, like, we're pretty well insulated from attacks of other countries. Is that because our military is all over the place? Possibly. I'm not sure. But I do know this country is looked at as the bully of the world because we do send a lot of our people, our military, our money to all around the world, fucking shit up, bombing motherfuckers all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And that's money, like I said, money being spent for what? To go fuck somebody else's shit up? To spread democracy or whatever the case have you know what I'm saying? So like we got a strong military, but it's not I don't think the primary objective of our military is for defense. I think it's to conquer. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and fuck shit up. That's how I feel about it.
At the end of the day, what is the cause? At the end of the day, like I said, man, you can't literally tell nobody family why they family member really left this place somewhere that ain't even, you dying on land that ain't even, that you would not even have went to if you wasn't even in the fucking military. You would have been charged to go to that area, had to pay a fee to go over there to visit the shit. Mm. But you can die on that fucking land, right, for free.
And I know this could be our bias or our ignorance of world events, geopolitical science or whatever. But when I say that America is insulated, we kind of are. Like, we don't have a lot of foreign attacks here that we know of. Yeah, they could be foreign attacks happening all the time. The news just don't tell us because they want to maintain the illusion that nobody's gonna come here and fuck with us.
Shit.
For all we know. People ain't,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You know the people ain't bothering us. People ain't bothering us, man. Come on. We can't agree on that though. Can we at least all agree on that? That them people is not coming on fucking with us. Because since you've been alive, you've been alive, I've been alive. What attack has taken place on American soil that was catastrophic that we was like, oh shit, they on our ass?
I mean, we had 9/11, But you know,
Come
That was
on,
inside job, dog.
I know that's what I'm saying. I don't want to
something
say.
that we
Inside
something
job.
that's not a conspiracy that we know that's the truth,
Right.
but we run with the conspiracy that you can honestly say happened over here. Not a bomb has ever flown over this motherfucker, man.
Correct.
We ain't bombing our children from bombs dropping over our heads or nothing like that. We
That's
ain't
true.
seen none of that shit.
We have
So you
no.
tell me, when you look at that dynamic, who's the bully and who's not? Who's doing what and who's not?
That's perfect. I'm glad you said it. We have no Russian, Chinese, South Korea, North Korea. We have no foreign military activity occurring in the 50 states. You know what
Or
I'm
a
saying?
base.
Or a base.
All right, so let me say this. Let me say this. So, but y'all gonna be right. It's gonna be contradictory, right? Y'all gonna be right. And so we're gonna say, look at the Jews and Hitler and them. The world wanted somebody to intervene and stop, the damn the onslaught, right? The massacre that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so we took action, right? But not even, I want to say 50, 60 years later, the same was happening here, but in a different form, right? With the drugs, the guns, and the crack shit, right? And nobody was able to come over here and say, hey, you guys should stop that. Hey, that's not right. Hey, what about those black people? Hey, what about those people, those babies that's dying? What about those babies growing up without a mother and a father? What about those people that's born with addictions, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody was able to say that. And so also with a bully, like y'all saying, they're not messing with the bully. The bullies never messed with. Nobody ever intervenes. The bully always goes to find a problem, right? The bully always has to make a problem. He picking on somebody with glasses and a book bag trying to go learn something, right? Until somebody punch him in his shit, and now he got to go find something else to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm with y'all, but I also and back then it may have been some, we got to go and make sure that they ain't making chemicals to blow the whole world up, right? But that's hard to believe. Propaganda kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's
right?
propaganda because we do it. And a lot of that is always, we can do it, but they can't do it type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
It makes no sense.
That's the superpower shit. I'm a superpower. I'm a superpower. You can't be a superpower. So I'm going to maintain my superiority by making sure you don't have what I got. And I don't know if that's right or wrong. I feel like morally it's ignorant.
Wrong.
But strategically, in the game of life and war, who's to say if we were put in those positions of power, we would make the same decision? I don't know. China's over here making atomic bombs. We got atomic bombs. Do we want them to have bombs? No. So let's go over there and fuck them up. I don't know. That's not for me to say. I'm just. Comment
time.
Oh, real quick, hold on.
Go ahead.
These people killed Gaddafi. Understand that. Mm-hmm. And we know what type of lifestyle the people in Libya had. Okay? Understand that. They told the world that man was a dictator, an evil person. But yet, when I do the history on that man, that's not what I've seen. Mm-hmm. Not only that, Saddam Hussein was given the key to Detroit. How does a man given the key to Detroit becomes an all-out enemy all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. You talking spicy out there.
Yeah, look, cuz the world, United States think they're the superhero, so they always need a villain. That's why we had the movies we have, with a superhero and a villain. They always need a villain. So they go around propagating these fucking villains that's not even there to have a reason to say, you know what? We want to spend some more of y'all money. You best believe that's what it's all about.
No, it's facts.
Money, greed.
Just
remember how they took the United States. Just remember that.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's look. Boston Tea Party on my ass, man. They bought some damn taxes. But they said, I ain't going back. I ain't fucking with the people over there. This is mine now. Fuck them. And you can't come over here. It take you about 30 months to get here, bitch. All right, comment time. Bankers foreign wars. Tim, yeah, you're right. It do. All right. Miss Quinn, she a little older. She said, as a kid, there were certain people you just didn't mess with because their families were deep, right? Anybody knew they had a real beatdown coming, if they family, they try their family, right? They try a particular family, you beat them coming because we got people, we coming with it, right? Realistically and logically, presence makes a difference. She's saying presence over the world makes a difference, right? We don't have to go anywhere to make a statement. We need to be unfuckwittable, right? 9/11, better not ever happen again. It's gonna happen again because it was inside job. So I'm rocking with you on front on that one. What that last statement? I'm rocking with you. And then he say, all the children and grandchildren of those murdered by the U.S. are coming back for blood. That is a major issue. But the people who made those decisions ain't even gonna be around to see the bloodshed or to see the retaliation. You feel me? So that's the part that we trying to say, because like people should be coming together, unified, thriving. If technology, China got technology, America got technology, why don't they come together and advance that technology for the whole humanity can grow and unify together, right? That's something they can do. Because when their grandchildren are angry that their grandparents and parents died from the shit we did, and we looking like, dog, we didn't agree with that shit neither. But somebody got to pay. Somebody got to pay. And so they go, man, that's crazy. So
and it just keeps the cycle. My fault.
Yes, I am concerned about these young men who can't fight these days. Soft. That was Miss Patrice. Cheryl, what up, Cheryl?
Yeah, this is it's just, I feel like I talked about, I feel like it's just to repeat cycles. Every generation has a great war. You know what I'm saying? Of whatever, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? We go back in history and you can read about what they say it was for. But then we find out later that it really wasn't, or, you know, some truth happens or whatever the case have you. And we find out it was actually for this reason, right? And it was, like you said, a few people at the top who are beefing with each other, presidents, kings, queens, whatever the case, elites, they got the beef. Right?
Monarchies.
All of them, they got the beef, but then they send the public, the 99%, to go fight the wars for them. Kill mad people, somebody's the victor, they get to write the history, they get the land, they get the resources, you know, and then they move on. Another cycle, you know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this is no different, right? All this propaganda with Russia and all this bullshit, we know this. We know they sending money. America is sending money to Ukraine to keep that war going, right? And now they're talking about this drafting our children. You know what I'm saying? I have a son who's 13. He's going to be 18 in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Anyone else out there who's got kids, you know, it's like, at what point is it like, fuck all this noise, fix this shit diplomatically, if there even is a fucking issue, find a diplomatic fucking
if there is
solution.
An issue.
Thank you. If there even is a real issue, fix it diplomatically. Stop sending people to fucking die. Because we tired. People ain't fucking with it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Let it remind me of Frank. It remind me of Dave Chappelle skit. And Dave Chappelle said, or. Who said or?
Yeah. And then he threw the J and then ran out the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit was
we
fun,
know.
Man.
The people know. We got these outlets. We got podcasts. We got TikTok. We got Facebook, we got social media. We're able to talk. We're able to share ideas like this. So we know that the era of lying straight to the people is over. You still lying to a lot of people, for sure. But most people, I feel like, are waking up to the bullshit. And you can't just lie to us anymore and tell us this country's bad, this man is bad. We need to send your children to go out there and fight them because they're doing bad stuff. Like, we just not buying that shit no more. It's over. Y'all got to come up with some new shit. I don't know what it's going to be. Aliens. Maybe the aliens will be next. The aliens come out the sky. You got the fucking holograms or some shit, and now we fighting aliens. That might be more believable than the same old shit we've been fighting over. You know what I'm saying? But still, even that's gonna be fake because we already got tipped off to that. You know what I'm saying? So we tired, bro.
Until them people come over here and start dropping bombs and shooting shit, man, listen, tell them people leave me the fuck alone. I'm not bothering them. They not bothering me. They not in this country doing fucked up shit that I know about. Ain't no bombs going off around the corner where I live at. You know what I'm saying? Until some shit start jumping off like that, don't bother me. When they get like that, I get prepared, get my team, and we gonna move. But
they'll lie to us quickly.
The United States to some resolution and stop bullying everybody, because everybody's tired of this shit. Listen, just notice all these countries is putting their shit together because they tired of this shit, just like the people here are tired of it. We have TikTok, so everything is being spreaded around, so other countries see what we're going through. We're seeing what they're going through. Low key, everybody's tired of this shit. You know, because now everybody's starting to realize we are being played by a handful of fuckheads, whatever you want to call them. We're being played.
And we
People are
tired of being lied to. They lie to us all the time.
This is not life, man. This is not how we're supposed to be living, man. This is not what it is. This is somebody fucked up complex on what they want our reality to be. You get what I'm saying? But this is not how it's meant to be, man. We ain't going out like that. We done with it. Y'all did our ancestors, our grandmothers and grandfathers. Y'all did that to them. Y'all got to go. It ain't gonna work this time. Find you a new plan, bitch.
And I pray, and I pray our kids get smarter, because they definitely gonna be smarter than us by tenfold. By 20, they're gonna be way more intelligent, way more conscious, way more actionable than we are. I mean, we actionable, we proactive, but they're gonna be way ahead of the curve.
Well, so think about it. We from the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. We were like in the both worlds. We in that too. We were born in the middle of this shit, and then we kind of like, as we lived on, like I'm about to turn 40. In my 20s and 30s, I started waking up to certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like you said, the now and the future generations, they hopefully, you would think, would be smarter. But they got these movements, right? You brought to earlier, Hero. You talked about the transitions and stuff. Like, they got these movements. I feel like they're trying to suppress the awakenings from knowing and seeing their power. And they got these movements out there that they putting out there. But, you know, we can just pray that it works out.
But look, if they really needed a reason to go to war, don't you think them catching China stealing $200 million at PPP loan was good enough? Or was at least enough for them to say, hey, give them a little pow, pat on the hand or something? Hey, look, they swept that shit under the rug, my boy.
But how can you go to war with somebody that owns land in your country?
How are you selling
that's
land?
Easy.
How are you selling land to a country that's not an ally? Yeah, somebody sold it. Who sold it? Why are you selling it? How did that transaction happen?
Country that's sending you goods.
Right.
They own so much farmland. They own the most farmland in the United States. China does. After China is Bill fucking Gates. Come on, man. How do you go to war with somebody that owns that much property over here, man? These people, they just need to stop. Stop the shit, man. For real, man. We tired.
We can do one more comment run.
All right.
We can do one more comment run. We're going to give our final thoughts, and we're going to wrap this thing out. Ms. Quinn, she said there was a real reason why they were trying to grow the military, right? We don't have the inside information. And for all we know, these children and grandchildren were closer than we think, right? So we're talking about the grandchildren that's coming back from revenge. You know what I mean? So I get it. Project Bluebeam, yeah, they were going to use that shit to trick us all. We said, nope, we got you, bitch.
And
we got you, bitch.
They had a testimony. Remember, we did a live on a testimony. People talking about aliens, UFOs. Like, everybody, was it the turn of last? It was the turn of last year. 2023 came. Everybody was like, all right, where the aliens at? We were done with COVID. We had like 2 years of that. We were like, 2023's here. Okay, aliens is popping out. And I mean, we really thought 2023 was going to be the year of the alien. Because they had the Congress shit. The news was talking about it. We had the Chinese balloon. We ain't seeing shit in the sky that the news was starting to cover. You know what I'm saying? That might still be their plan, but they gotta finish off this Russia shit first. Let's get the Russia war out of the way. Then we'll bring the aliens, the next new threat, because they catching on to the bullshit that we doing here on Earth. Now we got to make this other shit so that it's more believable. It's a new thing that we haven't done before for real. So maybe now we can send motherfuckers off to die and get some more money and whatever the case. People tired, bro.
All right. Q said made in China. Everything in this bitch made in China. Bitch, I bet you can't go through your house. I bet you can't go through your closet. I bet you can't go through your car. I bet you can't go through your goddamn grocery store. I bet you can't go to the mall. I bet you can't go to the library. I bet you can't go nowhere without seeing the made in China sticker. I bet you can't look at your phone. You can't even look at your glasses, which I don't know nothing. And so it don't make sense. It don't make sense for if y'all gonna make all the shit and we gonna buy all the shit. What's the beef? What is the beat?
A spy balloon though? A spy balloon? Get the fuck out of here. Everything if they wanted to sound something, they could sing it whatever the fuck that's being shipped over here. Man, these people, man, come on. Hey, take us out of here, man. These people talking to me.
All right, let's take Hero. Give me a takeaway, Hero. Then Frank, then I'm gonna go last.
That shit, wow.
Hero, what's your takeaway?
You said what? But yeah, man,
Takeaway.
listen.
Your takeaway.
People, this is what we have to understand. We have to come together as a unit. I'm talking a unit. Fuck that color, because there is no color. We're all different shades of brown. Understand that.
Facts.
We have to get out of this illusion that these people have our best interests at heart. Because they don't. They are out here playing Russian roulette with our life at will. That's what we have to understand. If we come together, we can combat the shit that they throw at us. But as long as we stay divided, we are always at their mercy. So people wake up to their understanding and realize what it is that we're going through right now. Please pay attention.
That's fact. I'll leave off with this. If they do this draft and they start sending notices and they start trying to pull motherfuckers into a war and tell you have to do it and tell you you're going to be fine or tell you you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life or whatever lie or way they're going to try to scare you, I say in droves, don't fucking do it. They tell you to show up to MEP station, don't do it. If you don't want to, let me make it clear. Don't feel obligated to participate in a war you don't want to participate in. Now, if you want to join the military, you think about joining the military, go by all means. If you get drafted, boom, it's just done for you. Just go ahead and do it. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. And I say, take the fine, take the jail time, whatever it is. People are going to fight for you. I'm promise you there's going to be lawyers out there. There's going to be funds and all this stuff happening to where they're going to fight for people that don't want to fucking participate. Because at the end of the day, who is the government to tell us what we got to do as far as go sign up and go somewhere else to die? Like, is that in the Constitution? Like, do we have to offer our bodies? I know they like to act like they own us, but is that a real thing? Where, like, if they say you got to go to war, you have to go to, like, who the fuck are you? That's all I got to say. If you don't want to do it, just don't fucking do it.
Who the fuck are you?
Exactly. That's all I got to say about that.
And I'm kind of with you on my takeaway, Frank. I ain't telling everybody to go to jail because that shit ain't it. I've been. It was only for a short time. I ain't going back. Yeah. Fuck that.
Would you rather go to jail or, if you had a choice, would you go to jail or then go to another country and get shot in the fucking jungle or some shit?
I know how to be fighting. I know how to not follow orders. I know how to be individual. I know how to, you know what I'm talking about, get put out. You know what I'm talking about? I don't qualify. I ain't worthy. I don't meet the standard, right? So I know how to play that game. Catch a fool to play a fool to catch a fool. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what I'm on. But I appreciate the military, right? I appreciate what they do. I appreciate the job they gotta do. It's just the powers that be and the control that we under is kind of skewed and kind of misguided, I would say. It's not in the best interest of the people because we ain't asked for none of that shit. We asking for a safe passage or living, but we also asking for cleaner schools, cleaner water, better food, jobs, right? That's what we asking for. But y'all going over there giving Ukraine $800 billion. Like, what we doing?
But they getting
y'all going ahead. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all letting Big T get 36 felonies and still defy against the Constitution. What are we doing?
Hawaii gets $700 for the fires over there. $700.
You know what I'm talking about? Like that shit just ass backwards. These kids are still hungry. It shouldn't need, if y'all can get Ukraine $800 billion, there should not be a homeless person walking around this bitch. You know what I mean? And we drive by abandoned buildings, abandoned apartments, abandoned companies every day. Every day. That can be utilized, repurposed. We got people that's doing jobs that they don't even like to do. You know what I'm talking about? You can easily get them a job to do. You got people out here begging for work and they ain't got nothing to do. It's easy. You can create something, craft something for them to do. So my whole takeaway is, I love the country. I'm happy to be here. I'm cool with it. But we're going to make a difference. Unify and thrive, y'all. Don't forget that.
All right, but one more thing before you run out. One more thing before you run out. They gonna have their soldiers. You know why? That's why they keep the prison system filled. You got everybody in there serving long sentences. You go with them and tell them, listen, you serving 10 years, you go serve in the military. You give me 4 years in the military, you free.
Done deal. Bitch, a
You
done
see,
dada.
you see how they gonna do that?
Yeah, you could be dead in 4 years. You could be dead in 2 years.
But you gotta
That's
think
worth
about
the
it.
bet.
They ain't even looking at that though, because you, like I said, I would believe that they would keep the prison stocked just for that purpose if they had the resort to that method as a last resort, because they know a lot of them guys in there were going to do what? They're going to
Take
do
that
it.
deal.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even if
that's
even
an
if
easy
you're
thing.
serving like 20 years, if you're serving 20 years and you got a chance to commute that by serving 4 years in the military, you're gonna jump on it, man, because you're in a desperate type of situation, because your freedom is on the line. You get what I'm saying?
No,
You just
that's-
thinking about outside. You ain't thinking about running through the motherfucking woods with a big ass gun on your shoulder, you know? But anyway, man,
that's
we
facts.
out, man. Understand, people. Listen,
Yeah.
pay attention to what's going on, okay? Question everything. Don't believe what these people are telling you. You get what I'm saying? Because we know these people will tell you literally everything. You get what I'm saying? These people have been lying to us all our lives. So just remember that.
They won. Bitch, I got a shot in my butt for nothing. Oh.
What?
You know what I mean? Out the room, bitch. Yeah, out the room. You get a Come on.
No, that's facts.
Hey, Unify and Thrive. If you're watching this, we appreciate you. Like this, comment, share this thing because it's going on the Ether and it's up forever. You heard?
Yes,
Leave
do
your
that,
comments
please.
or conversation. We'll be back next week. You feel?
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah.
We
All
appreciate
that.
you guys. Thanks for listening to us.
Do
Thanks
that.
for commenting. We're gonna be here next week per
Hit you with it.
how we've been doing.
I'm on the wrong side.
Tell your kids
I'm on the
don't
wrong
fucking do the draft. We out.
There you go.